Good morning, dear cadets. So as you know, your chapter number 18 wastewater story is completely completed. Entire chapter we have discussed in detail. At the beginning of video I have shown you the questions of chapter number 18, that is page number 228. Okay, so now only NCERT exercise is left, and as far as NCERT exercise is concerned, most of the questions, their answers already I have explained. Only some questions are left, so again I will write and explain you. Okay, so just see what is the first question. The first question is fill in the blanks. What is the first question? Cleaning of water is a process of removing. Cleaning of water is a process of removing pollutant. Okay, so the fill in the blanks, first answer is pollutant. Next one is waste water released by house is called waste water. Just see, there is one clarification. What is the difference between sewage and waste water? Just see, one day one fellow Asutosh, he asked that what is the difference between waste water and sewage. So let me clarify. Waste water means water which has been used in the houses, like water used in the laundries, water used in the kitchen, water used in the garden, water used in our daily life, means for washing, bathing, cooking. The water which is released from after use of so many things from the houses, after using by so many things, that is known as waste water. Once again listen carefully. Waste water is the water which has been generated after using it in home affairs. Home affairs means cooking, bathing, washing. Then what is there? Using in the gardens. That is waste water. And what is sewage? In sewage what is there? Waste water is also included, and the water which is released from public places like railway station, hospitals, transport systems, airport, laundries, isn't it? So the sewage is the bigger term and waste water is a narrow term. Okay, under sewage waste water will come. So always remember, the water which is generated from houses, that is waste water, and the water which is generated from houses as well as hospitals, railway stations, now in the laundries, industries, everything, means from everywhere, whatever water is generated, that is sewage. So actually waste water is not so much harmful. It does not contain pathogens, it does not contain so many pollutants, but sewage, that contains so many pollutants. This is the basic difference between sewage and waste water. Okay, sewage contains inorganic, organic, nutrients and pathogens. Pathogens means microorganism which causes disease, they are known as pathogens. Okay, so this is waste water. What is the next one? Dried dash dash is used as a manure, sludge. Drain gets blocked by oil and fats. So in this way fill in the blanks is completed. Now question number second is what is sewage? Explain why it is harmful to discharge untreated sewage into rivers and seas. Try to understand. First you should write here the definition of sewage. So what is the sewage? Sewage is the liquid waste which is generated by hospitals, industries, laundries, public places like airport, railway stations, bus stands. Not only this one, rainwater which drains into different types of pits from rain, that is also comes under sewage. So sewage contains so many organic, inorganic, nutrients and pathogens. Okay, so that is the definition of sewage. Now explanation of sewage treatment. Why it is necessary to treat the sewage before discharging it into seas and rivers. So try to understand. Sewage contains so many harmful substances like pathogens, like inorganic, organic pollutants or contaminants. Not only this one, it contains so many poisonous nutrients like phosphorus, arsenic, so many, because it includes industrial waste also. Sewage includes industrial waste also. So if without treatment it is discharged into seas and rivers, then there is a loss of aquatic animals, aquatic life. Okay, seas and rivers water will be polluted or not. Not only this one, in our India there are so many places where river water is the main source of potable water. Okay, people are collecting water from the rivers and they are using it for drinking purpose. So if river water is polluted, if it contains so many pathogens, so people may attract the waterborne diseases. That is why it is necessary to treat the sewage before discharging it into seas and rivers. Okay, so answer is written here. Okay, now question number 3rd. Why should oil and fats be not released in the drain? Explain. Already I have answered this question in the while explaining the chapter. Oil and fat, they hardened inside the pipe. Okay, so they will choke or block the pipe. That is why they should not be released directly into drainage system. Okay, next question is describe the steps. Question number 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th already I have explained. Question number 4 is describe the steps involved in getting clarified water from wastewater. So now in one particular video, now full steps I have explained. Once again I am revising. Here I will not write because already in the video it is there. Their answers are also I think you have written. What are the various steps? The first step is wastewater should pass through bar screen so that the bigger impurities like rags, napkins, bottles, they should be removed. Then second step, water should be passed through sand and grit removal tank, and there it should be allowed to stagnate for some period of time. Then sand, gravel, pebbles, stones, grit, these particles will settle down. Now water should pass through the 3rd chamber, that is sludge formation chamber. There it should again allowed to stand. Then what should be there? Sludge. What is the sludge? Sludge is the human feces. Human excreta, human waste. They should be removed from scraper. Okay, and they should be transferred to another chamber. Okay, so this is sludge. Okay, this is sludge, and in another chamber sludge should be treated with anaerobic bacteria. So when they are treated with anaerobic bacteria, biogas will be produced and that can be used as a fuel. Okay, biogas you can understand. Not only this one, that biogas is the substitute of electricity also. Nowadays technology is very advanced. Okay, so this is 3rd step. Now what is the step number 4? Step number 4 is, now that water which is free from sludge, it should be aired. So it means in water air should be supplied. So when air is supplied, then aerobic bacteria will be generated, and whatever pathogens or other things are there still in the clarified water, some impurities, some contaminants, some pollutants may be there. So aerobic bacteria, they will eat that one, and once they will eat that one, then your water will be free from all sorts of pollutant. Now what is the last step? Now chlorine tablets or ozone should be supplied to the water. So now still if any pathogens are there, they will be killed, okay, they will be destroyed. So now your water is fit for drinking now. So these are the various steps already I have written. Now those steps name you should write, and 1 line 2 line explanation is also required. In this way this particular question is also completely completed. Next question is, what is sludge? Explain how it is treated. So just now I explained, sludge is the dried, or you can say sludge is the human waste, human excreta, okay. They are the solid feces from human excreta and which can be removed from waste water with the help of scraper, and when they are treated by anaerobic bacteria, then biogas is produced and biogas is used as a fuel. So that is why their treatment is there. In this way question number 5 is also completely completed. Now question number 6 is untreated. Question number 6, untreated human excreta is a health hazard. Why? So just see, untreated human excreta not only pollute the soil, it pollute the underground water also. And you know underground water is the main source of potable water. So when this percolate, this drains down, so underground water will be polluted, and when underground water will be used by people, then they will be suffering from waterborne disease like meningitis, typhoid, dysentery, so many diseases. That is why it should be untreated human excreta is a health hazard. Similarly, it can pollute the soil also, because so many microorganism, they will sit on untreated human excreta, and when they fly from there, they will come into contact of human being and they will spread the pathogens, okay. So untreated human excreta is a health hazard because it not only pollute the soil, it pollute the underground water also, okay. So their explanation already I have given. Now question number 7 is, name 2 chemical used to disinfect water. So 2 chemicals which are used to disinfect water is chlorine and ozone. Number 1, chlorine and ozone. In the last step of wastewater treatment, be used these chemicals only to kill the harmful microorganism or pathogens, okay. So in this way today's almost things are completely completed. Now remaining some questions are there, will complete tomorrow. Thank you.